Nice 3D tracking technology does a great job of turning you into a Ranger like never before. So all that and more in the app. It's free, iOS, Android. Download it and have fun. Onto the product. The aforementioned chargers will come in a 2-pack. You might have seen them at retail already. We got them into Toys R Us, Walmart, and Target as early as December. There'll be 60 different chargers to collect throughout the year. So like the Ranger keys, lots to go back and get, lots of powers and different things to unlock in the toys. What you'll notice too this year is that with the 2 chargers we give you, we also give you a cool new Dino Mini Zord. These guys are reflective of the Zords in the show. There'll be tons of these to collect as well. And as you see, they come apart to mix and match with each other. So you can take a Stegosaurus head, mix it with the T-Rex's tail, create your own new dino. And they can also be customized to pop in your chargers and make an all-new cool Chargersaurus. So this is a great opening price point, $7.99 at retail. Get you in on the chargers collecting. And just like the Ranger keys last year, you'll be able to get chargers with a lot of the toys as well. Including, of course, the Morpher. So our Morpher this year is a blaster, just like you guys saw, in earlier versions in Japan. Pop it open, pop your charger in. It'll read which charger it is. So this has a smart chip in it, just like the last year's Morpher. See what we got in there. So I put in Deinonychus. Toy Fair model, doesn't want to talk to me. Basically, you can unlock the power of all the chargers, and of course, if you're a little kid, and some grown-ups too, you can morph into your favorite Ranger using the chargers. It also works as a blaster, so as the guys use it as a weapon in the show, you can have your battle play as well as your morpher play. It will come with 2 chargers, as you see in the packaging up there, and it's out retail right now. As usual, we have our smaller scale battle gear at a lower price point, usually for smaller hands, but great for collecting too. So all the weapons that you see for the Rangers in spring, as well as hinting to the Gold Ranger in the fall. You're going to see him with his very own Morpher, that's Stegosaurus. I'm sorry, pterodactyl shaped. You'll see how he uses that when he premieres in the episodes, as well as his own blade that will light up. And again, both of them take chargers to unlock their powers. Over to my left here, we have our usual Ranger Hero set where you kind of have your dress-up experience in a box. You get a Ranger mask, a scaled-down version of the Morpher and the sword. For fall, we'll add in the Gold Ranger, of course. And yeah, you get a Dino Charger in that package as well. Our sword that's on shelf right now is the Dino Sword that all 5 of the Rangers will use. It has great electronic battle sounds on its own, and of course you pop in a charger. It will also unlock even more powers and sounds and recognize your charger. The blade will light up. It's a little too light in here to see it, but has a glowing light blade and battle and charge up attacks. Another cool thing it does too is you can actually take your Morpher, pop it open, you can actually connect it with the sword to create the big dino cannon that you'll also see in the show. So cool connectivity. Also, when you attach it and then detach it, it does an exclusive sound only recognized between the two items. So lots of play value and lots of connectivity with the line this year. All right. So if I could get you guys to turn around, Nicole will walk you through the Zords and Megazords and all the good surprises we have for you there.
All right. And I will walk you through the Megazords now. So let me get out of the way. Well, as you guys know, the Megazords are the centerpiece of Zord Builder. They are iconic. They're in every series. And this series, the Megazord, consists of 3 of the Dinozords. So it's the giant T-Rex, which is Red Ranger's Zord. And then you have Stegosaurus and Triceratops as well. So of course, everything comes apart, it morphs, and interacts with the chargers as well. So you can insert the charger and activate a morph feature in each of the Zords that's different. Same thing with the individual swords that are sold on their own, including ones that are in the TV show and even some new ones. So those all have a different morph feature, and of course they all combine as well with the Deluxe Megazord and all the rest of the Zord Builder collections to make all those fun combinations. So there's that, and then we have the Dino Cycle as well. These guys are on the TV show. They will come apart, and they have 2 separate Dinozords on their own, or they're a giant epic cycle that the Rangers ride around on the show. And the cycle this year also comes with an articulated 5-inch figure. Alrighty. We're going to scooch on down a little bit. I'm going to show you the Deluxe Zord Armor Ranger. There is a couple of them on display up here. That has a 5-inch figure, and then you can put the figure inside the Zord Armor Ranger, and he can battleize, fight villains that way. Or you can take that apart, and you can morph the battle parts of him, and he becomes a Dinozord on his own. All right, and then next up is something that we are very excited to show you. It is the Deluxe Zord. So Hiroya is going to demo this for you. Hiroya, would you show this? So there's 3 main parts to this. It interacts with the dino charges as well. You can insert a dino charge in his mouth and activate lights and sounds. He does an epic battle roar. He does stomping action and tail slashing just like on the show. There's his roar, and then he also does a really cool spin attack. So Hiroya is going to show you what all that looks like. You can stomp around, crush a little Vivix in his path, and then when it really heats up, he does a spin attack. Alright. Well, that is Zord Builder. Thanks, guys, and we're going to turn you over now. Paul is going to show you the figures.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the figures for Power Rangers 2015. In the 5-inch line, as you can see, Sludge is unleashing a lot of new villains this year at the Battle of Power Rangers. So you're going to see a lot of depth and variety in the 5-inch line, especially with villains. So keep an eye out for a lot of different figures coming out. There's also a point of interest with the 5-inch line. We have a couple of Megazords in 5-inch, which haven't come around in quite a few years. So keep your eyes peeled for these guys as well. And also with the Rangers themselves, take note of the new Dino Gear battle action armor that they're wearing, okay? Keep an eye on that, especially in the fall. And again, a lot of depth and variety and an emphasis on villains in our 5-inch line for 2015. To your far left, with size and value, we still have the 12-inch figures. Our Gold Ranger will be out in the fall, as will Fury in 12-inch. That's new for this year. Going right to the right of Fury, we still have the Armor Might figure. A dozen different battle pieces and that you can collect and combine armor figure as you see fit, and 20 articulation points. So if you want accessories, if you want posability, definitely look at the Armor Might figure. Going over the volcano and over Sledge, we're coming to the feature figures. With the 10-inch figure, we have battle sounds and phrases from the show. When you strike the belt buckle, we'll start talking, and we'll start hearing some sounds from the show. Very accurate, okay? As far as the 6.5 feature figure goes, we have spinning action this year. If you hold the legs and twist the body, or if you hold his body and twist the legs, he'll come and whip around real quick and spin back. Again, that's the spinning action with our 6.5-inch feature figure, okay? But again, the key driver this year, we want to bring your attention and keep your eyes peeled on Mix and Morph, okay? All 22 seasons of Power Rangers are represented in this line. Imagine taking battle gear, weapons, arms, legs, even heads off of your favorite Rangers, off of your favorite Dinozords, off your vehicles, and mixing and matching and combining any way you want. Think of the Zord Builder collection, but only this applies also to the figures. Create anything you want. You can arm up your Ranger any way you see fit. You can create a complete freak of nature if you wish. If you want to name this guy, feel free. Like, really, the possibilities are endless with Mix and Morph. It's all about creating and combining different features from different kinds of figures, Zords, vehicles, animals, any way you see fit. And again, all 22 seasons are represented in Mix and Morph. Keep your eyes peeled. That rounds out the features for 2015. Feel free to keep moving this way. We're going to show the legacy. Okay, feel free to look at the legacy for this year, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You want to go this way?
All right.
You want to do some of these?
we'll talk about the Legacy collection right now, guys. And again, we'll have plenty of time for photos afterwards. So if you don't want to miss a beat, come on over and check out what we got cooking in Legacy. So Legacy's extra special for you guys. I mean, these are essentially the items that you guys always ask for, always want to see, and you're always there for us on these. So really, these items are for you guys, and we're proud to show them to you, and we're proud to make them for you guys every year. We also love getting the feedback from you guys, whether we're at Comic-Con, whether we're at Morphicon, or even like at events like this. So thank you. Keep the comments coming. We read the boards too. We always pay attention, and we're glad you're happy, and we know what other things you're waiting for with bated breath. So just patience. We can't put out too much stuff per year, otherwise we'd all go broke. So, but the new stuff for now, right now, shipping into Toys R Us. So landing any matter of weeks now is we're going to replace the current, the previous Mighty Morphin 5-inch figures with the Mighty Morphin movie figures. So you're going to get the whole cast, including even Ivan Ooze. Once you get him out of the package, he actually came out exceptionally well. The R&D team did a beautiful job with this guy. And all the Rangers look fantastic. Obviously, the costume differences that you guys know better than anybody, they're all represented in the figures. So you're not just buying a repaint of the Blue Ranger or the Black Ranger, or I'm sorry, of the White Ranger. You're buying with the new tooling, completely new and collectible. And of course, in that retro style package too. So look for those in Toys R Us. The assortments are going to be starting to hit any week now. And of note, this guy here, some of you may have remembered back in the day the legendary black and gold editions of Megazords that would come out. We're proud to offer you guys here the first and best Megazord in the black and gold edition. The good news is too is that we're going to be releasing the regular colorway as well, because we know he got snatched up so fast. Why have you guys spending more money than you need to be on eBay when you guys get it what you need at Toys R Us? So black and gold will be shipping for later in the year, and you'll also see the regular red, yellow, blue, and black version as well. Same great styling, same great deep die cast as you come through. Well, if you're very nice, we'll let you pick him up and feel the weight and the quality in him. And of course, the big news right now is we're celebrating the White Ranger. Again, chronologically going through the best of Mighty Morphin. So now we have the Legacy Megazord in the White Tiger Zord form. So again, bigger and badder than ever before. Quality, die cast, beautiful in Megazord form, and is in Tiger Zord form. So we're really proud to add him to the lineup. We also got Tommy's Morpher. So as the White Ranger, he has his White Morpher there with his coin. And of course, what everyone was waiting for, and you guys showed us so much love at Comic-Con and at Morphicon, we've got Saba. So I know some of you guys have snatched him up already. He started hitting retail. Some of you might have the first chance to pick him up and hold him and feel how heavy and awesome he is here. So when we do the Q&A and photos afterwards, come talk to Saba. He'll talk back to you. And as you guys know, this is Tony Oliver's voice. So we got him in the recording studio right before Morphicon, and he was so stoked to reprise his role. He sounds exactly the same 20 years later. I don't know how he does it. Probably all those anime voices he does keeps his voice in shape. But he was so proud to be a part of it. It's him. Classic lines from the original toy. So make sure to check him out. And he's going to go fast, so get yours. All right? And then, of course, you guys have them already, but we have also on display, of course, our classics from the past year and a half. So we'll take some time for Q&A and photos afterwards. We're going to let the other group get in there and take a look at things too, but please come back in when the team lets you back in, hang out for a bit and see what we've got. Thank you again.
Absolutely awesome film that we got to make a lot of really good toys for. So everything that we did when the movie came out, we really tried to give it a toy nature. So even something like this that's got a great collector look, we put a secondary feature in it. Oh. Like the atomic war that'll blast out of it, which is awesome. And then we did other things like this guy right here with the great tail strike movement that'll rock back and forth. The new coming out right now, showing up at the point first, is this guy. It's an egg, and I won't steal too much of my friend's thunder around the corner. We're going to learn more about the eggs. But basically, it is what I said. It transforms into an egg-shaped figure. But you'll know a lot more about it when we round the corner and see our Hatching Heroes friends, because we are chickens that lay heroes, so we really want to maximize their production. The other thing that every collector said, and we knew they wanted it from the beginning, was a vinyl figure. As you probably know, the first Godzilla costume was vinyl, so vinyl really replicates what Godzilla looks like very well. So we have our classic line where we do things like King Ghidorah in vinyl, We do the Final Wars Godzilla in vinyl, and we are finally doing the Warner Brothers Legendary film in vinyl as well. So we have a 6.5-inch vinyl of Godzilla, and then a big 11-inch version of vinyl Godzilla as well. They'll just be hitting stores this fall. That obviously tremendously awesome. So one of the favorite things in the world to do is find a target like my boss's boss, Hide, and the Rocket Fist. I look for every opportunity to shoot my boss as much as possible because it's kind of fun, right? This is the Rocket Fist. The great thing about it is it's a nice piece of foam, so as kids play with it, they don't hurt each other. You've got masks, so you can become Baymax too. We've got a projector Baymax. All this stuff is in stores right now. But our new news that's just coming out is white Baymax. We had to bring out a white Baymax version in our action figure 4-inch line. And because I had a lot of friends in college who act like their battery was a little low, we had to throw Mauchi in to relive that great scene where he sees Harry Baby and starts interacting with Harry Baby in memory of a bunch of my college buddies. And then we are also introducing Baymax, what we call 1.0, the first version of Armored Baymax. So right here, my prototype's leg's broken, so he doesn't work. But if you remember the film, in the film, Hero figures out that he's going to need Baymax to be a little bit tougher, so he makes a first armored version. It looks like this. They learn and they practice karate. My prototype wasn't broken, the other arm would punch. So you get a punching Baymax to practice karate in our 6-inch figure line. And then of course he has to ditch this outfit to save all of his friends as they sink into the water. Way to the US, along with helping Japan win the Olympic bid in 2020. So if you know who Doraemon is, he is the Gadget Cat from the future. Nobu's great-great-grandson looks back at his family history and said, Nobu's got some problems and he needs somebody to help him out. So he makes a half cat, half robot and sends him back in time to help Nobu out. And if Nobu needs anything, he can reach into his pocket, into his little pouch, pull out of the fourth dimension whatever gadget he needs to help Nobu. But of course he's a cat with no ears. So what happened to those ears? They all got bit off by a mouse. So you can see the Gadget Cat from the future. I didn't fire. The Gadget Cat from the future fires out the gadgets that he needs to be able to help Nobu and save him. And now moving on to sprue kits. So for those of you who don't know and go, why is it named sprue kits? This is called a sprue. The long pieces are called runners. The little pieces the little connecting points are called gates. So we said, instead of throwing away the sprue, we're going to give you the sprue and we're going to make a sprue kit, which is indeed a model kit. We are actually the only company in the world that can do 4 colors in a single sprue. I've asked how this is done, how you can get 2 fluids to stop at exactly the same point and not bleed over, and you're not that smart. But somebody in my company is, which is why Toyota will visit us to ask how this is actually done. So what this lets us do is build a fully articulated posable character that once you get done building and assembling up to 120 pieces for this level 2, you get somebody who can move around and you can display and pose. So this first one is LBX. It's a property that was downball synced in Japan and then has come over to the US on Nicktoons. It just got re-upped for the 2nd season, which is really good news. So we'll be continuing the LBX line in sprue kits. And then of course we have Halo. Halo starts in level 2 and we have a level 3. And there's just a little bit happening with Halo this year with like Halo 5 and a whole new main character being introduced and all that great stuff. So of course we have to take advantage of that and introduce Spartan Jameson Lock into the line as well. I love his very sleek Spartan armor that kind of complements and is different to Master Chief's armor. And then level 3, of course it is still Master Chief's world, so we have level 3 Master Chief. You get multiple guns with this one. These guys all come with multiple hands and multiple weapons. But this Chief, you've got multiple handguns, multiple rifles, and multiple posing. You can take the toes. The toes are articulated and move. So you can pose Chief however you want. When we do turn you loose and let you take pictures, make sure you take a picture of Chief's visor with a flash, because underneath that piece of plastic is actually a piece of foil that acts like a mirror, so you'll get a glint reflection off of Chief's visor, just like you would in the game if Chief looked into the sun. Moving on to DC Comics. DC Comics is actually our only partner that we have all 3 levels in. So we have level 1 here, level 2, and level 3. So level 1 is a 4-inch figure. It's $10. It'll have 5 points of articulation. So we'll grab my man Flash. You've got articulated hips, articulated shoulders and elbows, and an articulated head. Everything you see across this whole line We didn't have to cut the pieces off of the sprue. Everything breaks off of that sprue very easily. No flashes left because we've been doing this for so long with Gundam in Japan. So new this year.
You stole my Japan.
So new for this spring is Bane and Flash in level 1. Level 2, we couldn't help but give a little respect to Heath Ledger and do the Heath Ledger version of the Joker, which is a character that I particularly love, especially when you shoot him with the right mood lighting. Obviously, for packaging, we take a very toyetic photo. He's a lot of fun to really work with the light and the way the light reflects off of him and really get that crazy side of that character to come out. And then level 3, we have Arkham Batman, and I love telling this story. So when we first did the character, DC Comics gave us all the reference, and DC Video Games gave us all the reference. And then one of my designers in Japan somehow played the game and got him to fall over and found better foot reference and called me up and said, we have to delay production, I have to get the tread pattern perfect on the feet. So I was expecting something really awesome like Batman chevrons or something crazy. It's just lines, but they're perfect lines, and the spacing between them is exact. So we paid a lot of attention to get those absolutely perfect. And then adding into the spring, first at Toys R Us and then on to everybody else, is Pokemon. And the Pokemon characters all have a fun little secondary action where they can move, like Pikachu's ears move as he moves. Mewtwo can't help but say hi and wave to everybody. So we can give everybody a nice little wave. And Xarnius and Yveltal, which I always butcher their names, so I'm sorry, you're probably better at it than I am.
Flip him up. Get him going, flip his feet. I've got Rex. So, 20th anniversary of Toy Story this year. We're excited. So we've got new characters in our fall line, which include Rex, Alien, and Bullseye. And then we also have the Big Hero 6 line. So we've got Hug a Baymax size, and we also have Armor Up Baymax. Who's got free hands and wants to try to do one? Anybody? Anybody? All right. So transfer him. And then all new for fall, we have the cars. So we have Disney Pixar cars. So we even have cars that look like the shape of an egg. It goes from egg shape to Lightning McQueen. So there are over 14 Disney Pixar characters to collect. But not only that, we also have dino eggs. So dinosaurs are really popular this year. There's a couple movies coming out, so we have 4 different dinosaurs that go from egg to dinosaur as well. Yeah, like friends. And that's Hatchet Heroes.
So hi everybody, I'm Tony. Nice to meet you all. So this is Ban Presto. In Japan, it's got an interesting vending culture to it, where everything you see here comes out of a vending machine. And it's all limited run stuff. Where we do a run of it, we buy it in Japan in a vending machine, and when it's gone, it's gone. And we couldn't help but take some of these great characters from One Piece, from Sailor Moon, from Dragon Ball Z, other properties as well, and bring them into the U.S. and introduce that same collectability. They'll be sold in boxes here through places like comic book stores, some other places. Again, it'll all be limited, just like it is in Japan, so get it while you can get it. We have 3 different sizes of characters, the little ones here, middle height, and then really big height, ranging in price from $15 to $35 retail. And that is essentially Ban Presto.